Good evening and welcome to the Gothic Bohemian Salon. This is Jwlhyfer. Tonight I'm going to be sharing with you how I get my hair so black, glossy, and well conditioned. So let's get started. First things first, the hair dye that I use as often as I can afford it is L'Oreal Paris Superior Preference in the shade Black Sapphire. That's 2BL, and that's this box here. This is a blue-black shade, and that is actually one of the greatest secrets of why my hair looks the way that it does, is that it's blue-black, not just an ordinary black, like a natural black. It's a little harder to find a good blue-black, and I'm still kind of looking. This one's pretty good, but I like it to look a little bit less natural, and it looks natural. So, as far as the dyeing process itself goes, it's a 25-minute processing time. There were a couple other things I wanted to mention. I wear latex gloves, not the gloves that come with the dye itself. Also, I found this really great product at Daiso. If you don't know about Daiso, it's this Japanese store where everything is $1.50. Or if it's anything more than that, I don't think there's anything above $5, but almost everything is $1.50. And they have these ear caps for hair dyeing. They look like this. They're little, they're exactly like that. They go over your ears. They're fantastic. I can't recommend them highly enough. If you dye your hair often, it keeps the hair dye off your ears. They're just brilliant and amazing. The other thing I wanted to say is that sometimes I leave the dye on for longer than 25 minutes. Sometimes I'll do it for 10 minutes longer. I'm not sure how big of a difference that makes, if anything at all. Some hair dye stops processing after a certain amount of time, so it doesn't make any difference. But since I'm dyeing blonde hair and I really want to get around these little edges so that there's not like little blonde hair, you know, on the edge of my black hair, I tend to go over that area, you know, like right before they end, right before I finished saturating my entire head. Also, I do dye the whole thing, not just the roots, every time that I dye it. I mean, you can't just use a small amount of the dye, so you might as well just dye your hair again, and it refreshes the color and makes it look much better too. There is, as far as I know, no 10-minute either just for men or root touch-up in blue-black. If there was, I might consider using that. Anyway, so there's a couple other things. Okay, so first off, I dye my hair every 2 weeks, whenever possible. My hair is strawberry blonde. It's red, so when the roots come in, it looks very odd. It's sort of the opposite of what you normally see, which is a blonde with dark roots. So, I don't know, go figure. But there are some of us who want to go the other way, believe it or not. So I dye my hair once every 2 weeks, and I also only wash my hair about once a week. That might sound really gross, but I do use a dry shampoo in between. I use that every few days, and the dry shampoo that I use is this. It's called Dove Hair Therapy Refresh and Care Invigorating Dry Shampoo, and this is like $5 at CVS. I use Generally, this shampoo, this is a Wapuhi Mango Moisturizing Shampoo by Avalon Organics. I get this at a place called Grocery Outlet, which has very expensive things like that marked down to half the price generally. So that shampoo is about $5 there. Then I use a leave-in conditioner, which is the Garnier Fructis Leave-In Conditioning Cream Curl and Shine for curly or wavy hair. And that looks like this. I use it when my hair is still wet after I've washed it. I use quite a lot of it. I use like about a quarter size little mountain on my palm on each side of my hair, and then I run my fingers through my fringe as well. So that's the leave-in conditioner. And then the conditioner that I use is just the one that comes with the Preference, Superior Preference hair dye, and that's this Preference, step number 3, Preference Care Superior is what this is called, by L'Oreal. I don't think you can get it separately. Of course, I've got tons of this now because I dye my hair every 2 weeks. I use a straightening iron to bump my bangs and to straighten my hair. My hair is wavy. If I leave it alone, it will get pretty wavy and curly. If I brush it, it goes stick straight. So it's kind of strange. But I use this, let's see who makes this. Oh, Conair little mini straightener. It's actually on right now because I'm fixing my bangs. And it comes in this cute little case. And the great thing about this case is that if the straightening iron is still hot, you can actually still put it away in the case, and it's not dangerous or anything, so that's kind of cool. And then in order to get my bangs to do what they do, I take it in sections with a comb like this, and I'll just go in, separate out the top bang part from the bottom bang part, or even take a chunk like that, and then it's kind of hard to do this on here, but and then I pull it along and bump the end like that. There. And when I've done doing the whole bang, then I go in and kind of push it up a bit, and then I spray it with L'Oreal Elnet Satin. This is my favorite hairspray in the whole wide world. And I only spray my bangs. I don't spray the rest of my hair. During the dyeing process, in order to get the dye, any dye that's gotten onto my skin off, I use this really great product called Clean Touch by Rue. Comes in a bottle like this. I think you can get this at CVS or Walgreens, but I do know that you can for sure get it at the beauty supply store. It's made by Rue, R-O-U-X. They make, there used to be a big bottle, but I guess now it comes in this small size, because I haven't seen the big bottle in a while. Rue makes some kind of interesting hair rinses that a lot of little old ladies with gray hair use to make their hair blue and pink. I tried using that stuff once to make my hair gray, and it actually turned out my natural color, much to my horror. It was really, really terrible. So the combs and brushes that I use, I'm really picky about that. That doesn't mean that I spend a lot of money on them, because I actually don't. But I will only comb my hair through with this comb. And I start out with the wide tines, then go to this part of it, and then go to this part, because my hair is wavy. If I leave it alone for longer than a few hours, it will start to tangle, particularly up in the underside under here. I used to get a rather large mat in the back, just like a little dreadlock, and I nicknamed it Queen Mab, because you know the fairies tangle your hair in your sleep. Anyway, that's just a side note. So I use this comb, and then for my brushes, I use this brush, particularly on my bangs. Yeah, I really do need to fiddle with them a little bit. And last but not least, I use this version of the I think it's called the Pears brush. Dita uses them. Mason, oh god, what are they called? Mason something. I can't remember. Maybe I'll remember before the end of the video. Anyway, it's a pure bristle brush with a wooden handle, and this one's made in China, so it's by Annie, and it's really inexpensive. It's like under $5, but this is really nice for your hair. And I use this type of scissors to cut my hair, and I just do like kind of little Vulcan sideburns, I guess is one way to put it, and then I'll trim my bangs if I feel lucky. I keep my hair in braids, like on top of my head, quite a bit of the time, particularly when I'm sleeping on it, to prevent those tangles that I was talking about, because my hair, I know that it looks stick straight right now, but it actually does get really, really wavy. So my routine as far as doing my hair is when I dye it, which is one of the times that I wash it, I use the L'Oreal Preference Conditioner that comes with the dye, and then that washes out. And then while my hair is still damp, I use the Garnier Fructis Leave-In Conditioner. I use quite a bit, and I just, while the product is still in my hand, I just keep on working it through from the root to the ends, and I put extra on the ends, and I do put some in my bangs, but not as much. Then I will, if I'm getting any kind of flyaway or any kind of like weird, you know, fuzziness or whatever, I'll go in with the straightening iron and straighten it, and that keeps it, you know, really nice. But one thing that I do is I do work that conditioner through with my hands, and I do that for, I don't know, like about half an hour to an hour, just while I'm sitting watching TV, as my hair is drying after dyeing it or washing it. So I think that is everything about how I get my hair so sleek and glossy and black. I hope that that was instructive and interesting. All the products that I use are available at CVS or Walgreens or Rite Aid, or they should be in any case. You can also try beauty supply stores, though these should be really available at the drugstore. There's nothing that I use that's over $10 except for the dye itself. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention is that I'm still on a search for the perfect blue-black dye. And I'd like to try Bigen again, which I used to use all the time, but it's a henna, not just a straight dye. And henna actually deposits a coating on the hair shaft that's almost impossible to get rid of. So if I wanted to change my hair color, I'd have to grow it out. So I also wanted to mention these earrings. These are little, I don't know if you can see, they're little Ouija board planchette earrings. I just think they're wonderful. And I got them on eBay for under $10. And I just wanted to mention that if you put Ouija board or Ouija, O-U-I-J-A, into a search engine on eBay right now, there are so many really cool things with Ouija board motifs on them. It's really the time. There's actually boots, if you can believe it. Boots with Ouija board stuff on them. Crazy. There's a messenger bag that's really beautiful. I just like the motif of the Ouija board, and I'm wearing the earrings, so I thought I would tell you about it. So that's basically it. If you're interested in this makeup look, there will be a video, actually a series of videos going into my makeup routine for every day, and it includes this look. This is something that I might have worn in the 80s, back in the day, so I wanted to share it with you. I hope that this was an interesting video. Please, as usual, leave your comments below. Like, thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me in the Gothic Bohemian Salon, and remember, embrace the darkness. Good night.